Darius.
My name Ronnie, and I'm a Capricorn.
Oh, good.
And before we go into the show today, Darius is gonna give us a little disclaimer.
Yes, definitely. So just want to read this disclaimer because, of course, we have some things to say that may be shocking and offensive. But with that being said, our disclaimer is the Pour Me Some More KOD podcast may contain content that may be shocking or offensive. The views and opinions expressed in this podcast listed on the EX3 network are those of the individual podcasters and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the EX3 network and its affiliates. This podcast is for mature audiences and include language and subject matter not suitable for young viewers and listeners. Viewer and listener discretion is advised.
You sounded like a
I kind of like that.
1-800-XXX.
I kind of liked it. I really did.
Well, I wanted to make sure that it included everyone, but just a little concise.
Right.
So.
I like it.
Thank you.
All right. So how was everyone's weekend? Anything exciting?
It was it was really cool, actually. Of course, get a little feedback from, people about the show, which it came out, a lot of good things have come about. We're getting it together. This is our third episode, so it's been really cool. The week has been really good. So how about you?
I had a very crazy weekend, I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
So, but tonight I had, along with a friend of mine, we did a women's empowerment event here in Fort Myers. It was really, really nice for a Women's International Day.
Yes.
We had different vendors, but all the vendors were businesses owned by women.
Okay.
And we just had, let me shout out to Rika LaShawn and Jasmine Speak Life. They both spoke tonight, and it was amazing. Amazing time. So I'm happy and excited about that.
Cool. How about you, Kim?
Can you be transgender and be women empowerment? If you're going from male to female?
Yes.
See, y'all ain't had none. You just told me just by that. You just told me y'all ain't had none, and y'all don't play that. And that y'all don't play that.
Man to female.
Male to female.
Yes.
Yeah. Did y'all have any?
But female to man, maybe. Because I didn't know everyone there.
checking.
These days you can't even tell the difference.
Some you can.
Yeah.
Some you can, but a lot you can't.
And some people don't care.
That's true.
Once the Henny and E&J is flowing.
Oh.
Nobody drinks E&J anymore.
So that's why it's cheap.
Nobody drinks
It's cheap.
it.
No, they still
Right.
make it, but it's cheap
Yeah, they
though. It's
still
cheap
make
in the
it,
store.
but nobody drinks it.
Irk and jerk.
Okay.
E&J, that's what they used to call Irk and
see?
jerk.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
You're old.
Oh, I know what it means. How was my weekend?
Mm-hmm.
yes.
All right, I'm trying to make this quick and fast as I can. And, we got our little topics and everything. I'm bringing it up right away. I watch a lot of news. I'm old.
Yes.
Here we go.
We talked about something just last week. And I was right there. See, y'all was probably planning y'all party, going out of town, party. Y'all younger than me.
Yes.
I had TV on when I heard about it, and I said, Jesus, I knew it.
What did you hear about?
Florida has 67 counties, 67, that might be on your school for the little children. It's 67 counties in Florida. Mm-hmm. Why Lee? Why is Lee one of them? Why? Coronavirus, why? I told y'all last week about this. I told y'all about this. So right before the show, right before we tape, guess where I was?
At the store.
Dollar store.
See, but that's not gonna work. You gotta get Clorox.
Hey, I'm whatever now. It's warfare.
But does it say coronavirus on the bottle?
It don't matter. It said bleach on it, and I'm gonna just slash that around the house. Just take it and just point it all over the house and whatnot. I'm gonna have me a bucket. Full of hot water, boiling hot water in the tub when I'm taking my shower, and I'm gonna have half of bleach and half of some palm olive dish liquid, the green. In there and just slosh it all over me. You put it all in my hair and everything. I might go bald.
You might go white.
This is
And you
America.
really feel like that's
No.
gonna protect you from the coronavirus?
I'm gonna be honest with you, like this. You know, I'm joking about it, but
Yeah.
at the same time, in every joke, that's truth. I don't even want to be around y'all right now. That's for real.
And
I don't hang. They say I'm almost to that age of that you got to watch because the person is like 77. I'm almost close to that population. Y'all aren't. Y'all good. Y'all are good. You
Right.
under 30? I'll show you
No.
national.
Am I what?
The under 30s are
No,
good.
I'm not.
yeah.
The under 30s are
And
good.
that's the thing that a lot of people aren't realizing is that, and I know you're fearful, and one of the things
It's a real fear too.
it's a true fear.
I
to
work
have.
around a lot of tourists too.
Yeah. So for you and myself, you know, we work with the public. So being that we do work with a lot of people, like all day today, even though I shake hands with the people. which
Stop.
Boom.
As soon as I finish washing my hands and then I wipe down everything because it's. I'm
So
sorry.
you need some of this bleach? You need some of this gallon of bleach? Or you gonna get Clorox?
I'm good. I'm good. I have some bleach at home. And that's the funny thing is that they're limiting the amount of bleach that you can purchase at Publix and
There
some
was
other
no
retailers.
antibacterial in the dollar store. No, the
There's-
Dollar Tree and on MLK. Friday I went, they had none.
Yeah. And then
Like, for real.
at my store, they have a Sam's Club across from it. They ran out of the Purex and the Puracell, the hand sanitizer.
Puracell, yeah,
They
something
ran
like
out
that.
of water and they ran out of paper towels for some strange reason. I'm like,
To wipe stuff down.
Right.
yeah.
People are taking it serious. And,
And-
then there's me.
And you know, I think that one of the things is that they're not saying is that, well, I guess they are. I haven't really been watching the news, but I've been seeing stuff on the internet or looking and stuff up regarding the coronavirus. Yes. Do you know that SARS was actually the coronavirus? This new one is just it's
A new strain.
Yeah, exactly. So it can be contained, but one of the things that your immune system has to be compromised in order to get sick. And the few people the one that died here in Lee County, I believe they were in their 70s.
They
and
were older.
They were traveling internationally. So one of the things they're recommending, like I sent you what Dr. Oz said.
I seen it.
Yeah. Wash your hands. That's the most
I already
important
do that.
thing.
Right.
Wash your hands constantly. Make sure you don't touch your face. He actually suggested to not use this sanitizing wipes, but to use a disinfectant, let it sit for 3 minutes, and then wipe afterwards because the sanitizing wipe will actually carry the germs as well. But definitely, this is something that it can be fixed. But basically, your immune system has to be compromised. But what you should do is make sure you're taking care of yourself, your health wise, so that your immune system isn't compromised. I myself take vitamins. I take vitamin C to boost my energy. Boost my immune system.
Right.
I also went ahead and bought some elderberry extract.
Yes,
So it's really good. They actually recommend that cancer patients use it to assist them, while they're going through chemotherapy and radiation, to keep their immune system boosted as well. But as long as your immune system's not compromised,
So I don't need to worry about it.
yeah. And then
Basically, that's what he's saying.
if you are
We're
sick,
safe, Kim. We're safe.
stay home.
But see, that's so easy to say, and that's so easy when the rent people come knocking on your damn door, and you ain't got all the damn rent money and whatnot, you ain't working and whatnot. They'll still put your shit on the street.
So it's the same thing.
That's real. They'll still do it.
That
It's real though, and see, they're talking about that.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure, hopefully, someone will come to those who are dealing with that situation, come to their aid. I mean, my job actually was like, we will work with you, if you have to stay home sick, but we don't want you to infect anybody else. So
Of
if
course.
you're sick, stay home. Stay home. That's the most important thing. And also go to a health professional, go to the doctor, and make sure that's what, or not. See what's going on with you if you are sick. If it's lasting for days, because it's a respiratory situation, or it's like a respiratory infection is what it is. And of course, the funniest thing that I saw, you know me and my research. So someone did send something via Facebook, and I just had to fact check it.
While you look it up, I'm gonna just say coronavirus has absolutely nothing to do with the corona, company that make beer for the Mexicans, so the Mexicans don't have to worry. Even Coronita, you can still drink that. You can still drink all Corona products. The two has nothing to do with it.
Yes, yes.
I'm so glad you said that because I was a little confused about that. Thank you.
I'm here to clear things up.
Thank you.
As he
Thank
looked
you.
up what he needed to look
Yes.
up.
So it's really it's maybe it's a coincidence, but so all of these, so SARS, the avian flu, the swine flu, MERS, the Ebola, Zika, Ebola again, and now coronavirus. These all occurred prior to an election year. So I had to like fact check this. I found this on Facebook, or someone sent it to me through Facebook, and I had to fact check this. Did this really happen? It does seem kind of like a conspiracy, but all of them, SARS came out in 2004. Avian flu came out 2008, 2009. Swine flu, 2010. MERS, which was the Middle Eastern Respiratory something, I forgot the name, came out in 2012. Ebola first came out in February of 2014. The first case of Ebola came out. Zika virus came out in 2016. Ebola came out again in 2018. The last known case was in 2019. And now here we are, 2020, the next year of election, and we have coronavirus, which coronavirus actually came about they first discovered it in the mid-1960s, but there's different forms of it.
That's what I was understanding.
Yeah.
Because they can mutate and migrate and all of that kind of stuff.
Exactly. And guess where they come from? Animals that I don't eat.
Well, I want to talk about my first topic.
Sure.
And it came up probably last week or the week before last, and that is gay leaders in the house of worship.
Okay.
So
They've been there.
people were
They've been
saying
there from the beginning of church. They've been there.
What? Oh yeah, I believe that.
Gay people.
Right. So some people were saying they do agree. They don't feel like, gay men or lesbians should be leaders in church. And then there were others that says, what's the difference between a gay person being a leader and a pastor that beats his wife or touch on little boys or all these other things. So I just want to know what's your, you guys' opinion.
I'm gonna be quick because I don't want to stay on it too long.
Okay.
Gay people been around since humanity been around.
So do you have gay leaders been in the church?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And there's been gay leaders. There's been gay hip hop artists. All of that stuff. I don't know why people even flip over it. You like what you like, and if you don't like what you like, and you are against what you like, you're only self-hurting yourself. And I already told y'all how I feel.
So you are okay
that everybody
with someone in the church leading your children?
They're already there.
But you don't feel there's nothing wrong with it?
They're already there.
But
Now
do
whether
you
they
feel
touch
there's
whether
something
they touch on children or not, that's a different story.
No.
That's a different right.
That.
But see,
that's
what
thing.
people
always
equate it.
think
They'll
that
equate
gay
it.
people are pedophiles. They always
They do.
affiliate the two, and
They
I
do.
don't like that.
But
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, are you against gay leaders in the church?
No, because I already know they already exist there.
Well,
They've been there for eons.
And let me clarify. Well, not clarify, but touch on that. I think, are you saying that they're there because of the things that have happened? Because I think the thing is more so openly gay leaders.
Right.
Is that what you're saying?
People, no. Hear out what I am trying to say. People think you can't be of God or godly, and God can't use you because you like your own sex because you're gay. God manifests himself or herself, or I believe God is even above sex.
Right.
We get caught up in it. God don't. God ain't even worried about that. But God manifests his or herself with me every day.
Right.
I shouldn't be, and I'm not saying I ain't trying to get all religious and everything.
No.
But God has moved some mountains for me in my little time on this earth and whatnot. And all I have to do is pretty much think and send it to God, and God will return it when God's ready to do that. And it's manifested itself. Because I should be dead by now. That's whole lifetime stuff. But all my point is, gay people are already in the church. They've been in the church. They help form the church. They keep the church going. So why discriminate against them? I really don't like getting caught up in it. But I also say I don't go to the church that I'm a member of. I don't go to it. But I still got love for it. I still remember me being baptized and all that kind of stuff. And it was my choice. It wasn't my family. Oh, you going to get baptized tonight, dog. There's nothing like that. I just feel that way. And I try not to get caught up in it. I know that gay people in the church, gay people everywhere. And gay people can lead. That's what I think. That's what this boils down to.
Right.
People would rather see a straight person or what they call so-called straight person, and this is gonna be real harsh. They would rather see a person that's got wives cheating on their wives, beating them up and stuff. They'd rather see that than see a gay person lead, and that's sad.
Right.
That's sad.
Very.
But it is what it is. It exists. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Gay people been in church. They in church now. They in church probably right now. Some people go every night. They're in church.
Eddie Bishop.
Don't bother me.
God rest his soul. But it would not bother me, and it's but I think the problem is just like Kim was saying, is that people have to understand spirituality and God. In my opinion, it doesn't have to be anything about religion, but if you have God in you, then it doesn't matter who's standing behind that pulpit. The thing is, I really truly feel like the problem is that if you're a so-called Christian, or you're so into God, but you don't like that person because of their sexual preference, then or hate them for that, then you can't hate God. I mean, you
can't love God to his
Right.
fullest.
Because and that's just my opinion.
It's true, though.
My opinion. I'm not into religion as much as I am with spirituality.
That's me.
Because I truly believe that there's a higher power up there, and I choose to call him God.
Right.
And I believe that he put me here on earth for a reason, and I have a purpose in my life. Now, of course, yes, I have an attraction to men, but you know what? That's nobody's business but mine and God.
Correct.
But there are some people who are such as, and I know he's dead, but Eddie Bishop, who was so against homosexuality, and then at the same point, he had a big church, a big following, but he was still messing around with these boys and buying them gifts, and
He hated himself.
That's
Basically. So
that's
every
what I was
time
just saying.
He was standing in church. He was talking about himself.
And that's what I was saying.
And it's really sad. It's just there's that stigma, like we discussed briefly at dinner that one night, and I kind of mentioned it. There's that stigma of the shame, the fear, being outcast by your family or whatnot, that stands behind being homosexual, and it's really sad, especially in 2020 now, with everything that's going on. And then, of course, we have, and I don't like to bring up politics or anything because it's a personal choice for everyone, but we have a person in office who is creating more separation between people. And it's not just races, but races,
Right.
but it's also against communities as well. So, I think that having an openly gay leader in the church would show love. You know what I mean? It's just, we do have, I think, 2 churches in Fort Myers that are run by gay people, and that's
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Might even be 3.
it may be.
It might be even 3.
But yeah, they're led by gay people, and they have a good church following. But at the same time, it's like there are some people that are fearful of going to that church, especially with other situations happening within the United States. So. But I don't have a problem with it. I think it should be very much so welcome. I'm actually quite surprised, and I know we in our meeting we were going to try not to talk about gay stuff, but we have a gay pride going on in Cape Coral of all cities, coming up, and they had their first one last year.
They did.
So I think people are being a little more accepting of it in a sense as it as the years go on, but I think people need to just mind your own business.
That's what it boils
and
down
just
to.
love yourself, and then of course you'll be able to love everybody else as they are. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel.
All right.
Your opinion?
Are y'all gonna put me on the spot?
Yes,
Yes,
because it's
yes,
your
the
topic.
question.
They don't need to be in the church.
Why?
I'm just playing.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
Serious. It's not like I'm ready to fight you.
All going to hell. They don't just be in the church.
But you know what's so funny? Somebody out there that's watching this think that.
Right,
Yeah.
They actually
right.
think that.
No,
But yet they
man.
love God so much, but they can't love
but they
their
hate
fellow
you.
man, which is in the Bible.
Right.
Yes.
No, I do not believe in that. I do believe that God can use any and everybody to
amen.
spread the gospel.
Amen.
If you want to go by the Bible that they read every day, he used murderers. He used whoremongers to spread his word.
But why does God do that though? It's a
To
message
me,
in it.
and
Why
for
do God do
my-
it?
For my own personal reason why I feel he does is because I feel like when you disregard people that you claim is a nobody, like the song say, God will take a nobody. I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody. Because he will use anybody to make them superior to what you think is nothing, but he will use them for greatness.
Yeah.
That's my
And I agree with
personal-
that.
Yeah.
how I feel. But no, I'm not against it at all. And I do have children, and I would be okay. I have 4 boys, and I would be okay with an openly gay man leading them in Bible study or whatever
Yeah.
the case may be. Choir practice, you know.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
all. It's like all. No offense, all the choir directors be gay.
Yes. They
If
be
you're a choir
banging
director
them
and you're not gay-
Tambourines.
That ain't no secret though.
If
But
you're a
that's
choir
no
director and
secret.
you're not gay, your
Yeah.
choir is not gonna win. Okay.
But see, to some people that might be shattering. It might be
mean,
shattering for you to say
I've
that.
never met a straight
No, I shouldn't say
choir
that.
director. I'm gonna say that. I'm not gonna say they don't exist, but I don't think I've ever met one.
They must be female.
Yeah, that's true. 'Cause, yeah. But yeah, no, I'm definitely. I love gay people. I love everybody. So
Yeah. You know what? And I think it's because we don't have the ability, some of us at least, don't have the ability to judge because of some of the situations that we've been through within our life.
right.
I am the least judgmental person that you'll ever meet because you know what? I can't, and you guys will find out more about me throughout the weeks of doing the show, but I don't have the space, you know, and it's not my call. It's
Right.
God's call to judge. You know, it's not for me to do so. Or whoever you believe in, you know. I know there's some people out there that don't believe in God, and that's their choice. But definitely, I don't have time to judge. I got to fix myself. That's the most important thing before I
Right.
try to fix anybody else.
Exactly.
And that be the problem in the church. They so busy trying to work on other people, but you need to fix your household.
Right.
When you fix your household, then you come talk to me.
Right.
You know,
When you-
clean up your side of the street, and then you come help me clean up mine.
Amen.
Yeah.
You know.
Church folks a trip. They are. So.
What you say?
But I don't
And a lot
totally,
of reason why people don't go to church is because of church.
But
folks.
I don't go to church, but I don't totally think it's the church people's fault, the person that's sitting in the pew. Now, I'm not talking about the management or the staff of the church.
Right.
I'm talking about the people because they are told one thing and it's misled. What bothered me, Black History Month was just last month, but what bothered me, how the Bible and what the Bible's ruling is whites would let some slaves go to church, but some of them went to churches ran by white pastors to say if you're a good slave, you obey God and you're a good slave, heaven is paved in gold and you'll make it after you've made me all of this money that I can live in this big house.
You going deep right now, Kim.
Yeah.
But see,
Going deep right now.
Capricorns are deep. That's why I
I'm
brought hope
listening
on
to you,
that.
but I'm about to
No,
say,
but
come
no,
on,
but I'm
Pastor.
sitting. No, but I'm sitting.
You
I'm
going
in this
deep.
beautiful home. But I'm gonna say from the pulpit, from God's place, you're speaking for God. That if
Right.
you're a good slave,
Right.
the heaven it will open for you to join another
That is
plantation.
why the relationship
Brainwashing.
with God is deeper than what you're told by your pastor or what
They're
you
brainwashed.
learned.
That's what I was saying. They're
Religion,
brainwashed.
I don't believe in. It's
Yeah.
a spiritual connection. He's a spirit.
Right.
So you cannot put him in a box of whatever you want to consider a Christian or whatever you want to consider a saint. It's deeper than that. And until you have a spiritual connection with him yourself, you will never understand anybody else.
Right.
Because you're going to always go to what you've been taught and not what you know. You cannot be taught a relationship with God.
No, not at all.
You cannot be taught that. So anybody that tell me or look at down on me because I don't go to church every Sunday, right then I know they don't have no relationship with God.
Right.
If you judge me for not choosing to go to the house of worship, what you call church, but if you want to go by the Bible, you don't go to church. We all the church. We are the church. We the body of Christ. That's
I'm gonna
what
hurt some
preach.
people. I'm gonna hurt.
But what I'm saying,
Go ahead. I don't want to cut
is-
you off. Sorry.
It's a connection, and anybody that feel that you have to go to church every Sunday to have a relationship with God, I know you don't have a relationship with Him. It's not possible.
No.
It's not possible because you still not woke.
I'm a Facebook head, and it somewhat bothers me when people go to church, but they're showing me what they're wearing to church. God don't care what you wear to church. No, I'm saying it, and I'm gonna hurt some people's feelings that may listen to this or watch this.
Right.
But church flow, it'll be church flow. Look at me.
Right.
You're making church about
You're
you.
boasting.
Right. It is about you, and it's good that you have these fine fashions that God has allowed you to afford them. But at the same time, you're there to commune and worship and be with God.
Not a fashion show.
It's not. But many people made it. It was that fashion show is nothing new. But see how long we've been on this topic right here? Because it needs to be said. And I don't think anybody else is saying it right now.
Right.
It's really funny because speaking of church, like I don't go to church very often, but before I left Fort Lauderdale, I did attend a church. I can't remember the name of it, whatever it was, but it had a white pastor, which was fine. But there was like a mixture of people, but a good number of black people that were there. And the funny thing is, like, my friend Shantae, who invited me, she was black. She invited me to come, and I was like, okay. I was like, what should I wear? She was like, oh, just come as you are.
That's how you're supposed to.
Yeah, just come as you are. That's how they feel at this church. She was like, the pastor wear jeans, So I scroll in the church. I mean, this church was massive, too. Big old church. What was it called? Glade something. But anyway, when I got there, when you talk about people, dressing up, I saw somebody in their pajamas. And I was like, okay, I get come as you are, but you just rolled out of bed and brought your ass to church.
At least they were there, and that don't bother me. It wouldn't bother me.
But see how your mind was focused on, like, why would you do that?
That's how it was raised.
Right.
And that's my point. That's what I was saying,
I was
too.
conditioned to believe that you have to dress up to come to church.
Right.
Look good for God. It's what they call it. I've heard that.
Right.
Yes. Even though I did come in jeans and a dress shirt, but when I saw sister walking around in her pajamas, and I was like, well, it was pajama pants and a t-shirt, but you just got out of bed and came to church.
At least they made the effort.
I was
made
thinking,
the effort.
well, at least you made it to church.
You made the effort.
And this church was so cool. You didn't even have to make a donation. I was like, what? How do they make money? This church was huge. I mean, this church was like a mall. And I'm like, wow. So it was full of people. And it was just like, and of course, I guess they like the church, so they give donations however you want to. But it was quite interesting that you mentioned that, because I was like, okay, sis, okay, come on in your pajama pants if you want to. And I turned to Shantae and I said, Shantae, that girl is wearing pajama pants. And she said, I told you. He said, come as you are. He doesn't care. And that's what God believes too. So come as you are. Right here, us three, we could be going to church right now. As long as we're worshiping God and
our minds in the right place.
Yeah,
right. To me, also back on the come as you are, I don't even think he's talking about clothes. I think you mean as you are, your spirit.
Okay. I thought you're a nudist girl. What's going on?
No, I get it.
I think he's referring to your clothes.
Yeah,
I mean,
as
you know how some people be like, I don't want to go to church, I'm not ready. Like they think they got to get ready. No, that's the purpose of you going, because you're trying to get ready.
Yes.
But again, that's another conversation, because I can go on.
We're going to come back to it throughout.
On and on.
As long as God keep this alive, we will.
Because this is crazy, man.
We will.
To me, it's like, people ask me, what do you think happened wrong in the black community? The church. That's my answer, and that's something I will always stick to. The church is the problem with our community because
It's not the only problem, though.
It's not.
It's
but
not the only problem. It's
you're
part.
not
It's
gonna
part of
tell-
it,
I'm
though.
talking about my community of Dunbar. There's a church on every corner. Sometimes 3 or 4 churches. Y'all been praying to God for umpteen years. I've been hearing we living in our last days. But has anybody themselves tried to go pick up a child that you know troubled and talk to them, pray with them, take them out for ice cream, but you go into church every single Sunday passing these same kids. These kids ain't just started selling drugs. These kids ain't just started dropping out of school. That is something led up to that, but you kept ignoring them because you know where you were going. You was going to church, giving the church your money instead of investing in your child.
Yeah.
And that time that you dedicate to this church, because it's not God, you're dedicated to that church, that's time taken away for your children. And that's a lot of why these children are going the route they're going, because people care about the church more than they care about their children. You always supposed to put God first, but not a building.
Yes. And that is so true. They
saving everybody but our children.
Yeah.
Y'all baptizing everybody but our children.
I think that was the most realest thing I have heard.
How many homeless
week.
people they passed on the way to church today? I guarantee. I wish people can call in, because they homeless people be up and down MLK. So you got to take MLK to go to half of these churches that's in this community. How many Christians rolled their window down and offered them a meal?
Anything.
And you know black people cook every Sunday. Baby, I'll bring you a plate back.
Anything.
Yes,
How many did it?
Probably
Sick me.
none. Probably none.
The problem with our community is the church.
Y'all
That's just my
killing me
opinion.
right now. I'm
That's
sitting over
just my
here.
opinion.
I'm sweating right now. Y'all killing me. Both of y'all are.
I
And
said it.
even talking about this. And it needed to be said. That's what I'm saying. It's the most realest thing ever. And of course, people gonna come down on you, try to make
I
you the
don't
problem.
care.
And you not the problem.
I don't
You speaking
care.
real.
Right.
And God recognize real.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah.
That is absolutely real.
Yeah.
You know, I agree. Just like them putting on these clothes, making sure they're dressed properly, having a nice
Right.
car. But if you see Whistling Pete from back in the day,
I remember
Where is
him.
he?
I don't know. I haven't seen him in a minute.
Oh, and I'm
Either.
young.
I don't
and
know what
about
happened.
him.
Yes.
Oh, you heard about Whistling
Yes,
Pete?
I know about him.
Yes.
He was a
Yes.
staple of the community.
Yeah.
Or
My mama
is
say
a
he
staple
is
of the
so
community.
smart and intelligent. She's like, if you have a
He
conversation
was.
with him, he's intelligent.
It's because insanity and insanity and genius.
You
It's
said that.
right.
Very
It's
thin
right there.
Right.
They
Yeah.
run together like two rivers right next to
Oh
one
my
another.
God, I wonder what
Yeah.
happened. He probably died by now.
Probably
He was
died by
old back
now.
then.
Yeah, but the thing is,
He was
and-
healthy. He looked healthier than me though.
Right.
But the thing is like how many people would actually, feed him or
Right.
try to help him in
Some people
way.
did though.
I think so
Some
because
did.
he lived so
Very few.
long. He
But
lived so
some.
long. Yeah.
Don't give credit. You give credit when it's due, not when it's
Yeah.
not due.
And
Some did
I'm
help.
disappointed
I agree.
in our churches. I'm very disappointed.
I think that I would say part of it would be, but one of the things that I noticed too is I said that I wanted to talk about this is mental health. A lot of
That's
us,
deep.
yeah,
Black people don't believe in it. They
but
don't.
They don't.
They don't believe in getting
They don't
help.
believe in getting therapy, and that was part of the thing with Whistling Pete and some of the other homeless men or homeless people. They have mental issues that we don't want to address or help them figure out what's going on with them. But I think that's a big part of not providing the care that is needed for some people is their mental stability. That is not being talked about in the church or by the church people, and
Right.
and then you have these things that are going on where the pastor is, beating the wife or having
Stepping
Outside
out.
children.
Stepping out.
Outside children, right.
and no one's like taking the time to recognize that or shine a light on that. And that itself is having a battered woman. That's a mental issue because she's staying with him,
Right.
or the fact that she is not allowing him, but he's having the kids outside of
And they're scared to go to the church because they're scared how the church is going to look at them and not help them and gossip
Yes,
about them instead of
yes.
trying to.
Yes. And then you have those pastors who are counseling people and then ending up having sex with the people that they're counseling, which
That's
isn't
correct.
good as well. Because,
Right.
You're supposed to be an objective person. And that's why it's best to seek counsel from a professional.
Mm-hmm.
Even they do it though too. They do it too. It has happened.
and they lose their licenses.
They
if
will
do.
lose their license,
Yeah,
but
if
that's
if
happened.
they're caught, and I'm pretty sure it does happen.
It does.
But I think that it's important that we recognize that we need the help. We need true help.
That's why a lot of our people are on drugs. They try to numb the pain.
Yeah,
Because they never had nobody to talk to. The parents tried to beat the gay out of them. The parents threw them out. And that's another thing. Let's talk about this.
Okay.
Why is it that a lot of the only reason I don't want nobody to feel like I'm just badgering, talking down about black women because I am a black woman, but I can't talk about white women because I'm not a white woman. So I'm talking about me right now. Mm-hmm. They have the most patience with a no good man, but as soon as their child do one thing wrong, they kick them out. Why?
I can't answer that. I'm not a woman.
I'd be like, well, such and such got kicked out. He ain't washed the dishes. He ain't washed the dishes. But he been beating you up. He got 10 kids. Don't work. All he do is ride around your car all day. But he chilling. AC, feet caught up, but you'll kick your child out. I never understood that. My children can stay with me. I don't care if they're 35. They ain't ready to leave. They don't have to leave. I'm not kicking my babies out. I don't know why. I just can't do that.
I think it's something embedded in the lineage with regards to women sometimes feeling that they need that man in their lives, needing to have a man. And I'm not a woman, so I really can't say what it is. But I think that it's something in the lineage, whereas their mother had the same experience or their grandmother had the same experience, and then so on and so forth. And it's just like it's like that's the idea of society, is that you should have a man. But yeah, your son might have messed up or something, but kick him out or whatever, beat him. But the man, he hit me last night, or I found him cheating.
Right.
But I still got a man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's sad.
I think it is. It's a very sad situation when you do have. And that was one of my topics. I wanted to talk about relationship.
Then go into it. Go ahead. Go on.
Well, I guess what I was looking at earlier is what constitutes what is important in having a partner, or what exactly are you? Well, you already have yours. Right. Y'all been together since you were 18, but
17. Yeah.
What exactly is it that you look for when you're looking for a partner for a lifetime, and what is important to you?
See, I can't answer that because when me and Robert met, we were children. So I wasn't back then. You don't care if he worked. You don't care if he got a car. You're 17 years old. But my requirement is now, like, if anything ever happened between me and Robert, my standards is so high. He set the bar so high. It's like I can't be with nobody besides him.
And that question came
because they gotta come hard.
That question came about because a couple of weeks ago I was on Twitter, and I was seeing how people were. I guess Sierra went online, and I guess her new album or something is about a prayer that she prayed for, and she ended up with Russell Wilson. And people were like, I need the prayer that Sierra prayed.
No, you need your own prayer.
Right.
Of what you're looking for.
Don't work for you.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that just got me to think, what is it that I'm looking for in a partner, or what are people looking for in a partner? Because I've been through some situations, like when I was talking last week, I had that flashback about one of the situations. It's part of the reason why I moved back home. I was in a very bad relationship, and it was very toxic, and I think I learned from that. Right. It helped me grow, so I thank him and move forward, because I had to forgive him, because it was just, I knew it was bad, and it was bad for me, but it let me figure out what I wanted in my next life. Like I was, this weekend, I'm getting ready to go to Miami.
To get your groove back.
Yes. So one of the things is I've been celibate for 4 years. I know.
Kim, you went that long before?
Never. But yet they want to call me a whore. I'm gonna be real about it.
4 years.
I can't imagine.
Now, when
that.
you say celibacy, that
can't
means
imagine
you have
that.
not had oral Giving oral. Nothing.
Nothing.
For 4 years.
For 4
365 times 4.
Yes, 365 times 4. Oh my God.
Can't imagine it.
I could never.
Me neither.
I could never.
But he's not the only one I know that it's celebrated.
Right, I know people
Right,
that's
right,
my
like right
age
now.
that are still virgins.
Yeah,
But
what?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so.
Well, so like I said, 5 years ago, I left Fort Lauderdale to come home because of that relationship. I did go through therapy for a year as well. I saw a licensed professional therapist, clinical therapist, because it took a lot of unpacking, and it helped me to understand myself better and truly figure out what I needed in life to fill that void that obviously I was missing by being in such a toxic relationship. So yes, probably that year I may have done a few things but then I had to stop because I was just like, I think I need the right person in my life. And first of all, the right person has to be me. I need to figure out what's going on inside of me.
Right.
And I need to love myself is the most important thing before I can truly give my love to someone else. And most certainly, in the process, about 2 years ago, 2018, I did meet a gentleman that I thought was going to be right for me. Perfect, tall, dark, handsome, the whole,
Red hair?
No, he didn't have red hair. He had dark hair. Professional gentleman, had his own, nice guy, but he failed to tell me something about himself, as I had spilled all my guts to him to let him know what I was about and where I wanted to go with my life and what I was looking forward to in the future. And I don't know, should I?
It's up to you.
Yeah.
You don't went
Well,
down
anyway,
now.
I'm not saying his name, but
Right.
anyway, he didn't tell me, and luckily we had not done anything, but he did fail to tell me that he was HIV positive.
Right.
And that to me was like, whoa. I discovered it when I was helping him move, and I found his pills, and I didn't.
And you Googled them because you the Google king.
Yes.
I gotta use the bathroom.
Yeah. Let me tell you, Google is your friend, okay? You got to believe it.
So what happened when you Googled that medicine?
What? I was
Devastated.
devastated
Right.
because here I am, I was honest with you.
Right.
Why don't you be honest with me and let me make that decision
Right.
whether or not I want to go further.
Right.
You making me laugh because I did Google it.
I know you did.
And I did it so smooth too. Actually, I waited till I got home.
Oh, I thought you went in the bathroom.
I wanted to, but he was packing up the bathroom, so I couldn't go to the bathroom. But I waited until I got home. I studied it like I
Remember
put it.
that
Yes,
name?
I was
Like,
like,
what is this for?
Jimboya. What the hell is Jimboya for? I thought maybe he was on antidepressants or something.
That would have been better.
Yes, I can deal with a crazy bitch because I know the dick is good.
Okay.
Oh gosh, I forgot my family's watching. Oh man, everybody know that a crazy one got the good. But anyway, yeah, he failed to tell me that he was HIV positive, and luckily I had not done anything with him, and I'm not HIV positive by the grace of God, and that. I didn't get a chance to confront him.
I was just about to ask, did you ever confront him?
I never did.
So you just broke up with him?
We just stopped talking.
No, you didn't just stop talking. You seen him with that pill before.
Okay, honestly,
stop answering.
He was texting me and sexting me, and I was gonna be like, let's hook up so I can like tell you, this is wrong. You know,
Right.
you can't do this, and it's a law too.
Right.
You know,
You can go to jail.
Yes, yes.
But that's after you infected.
But how you know he didn't want?
I thought it
No,
was.
no. You misunderstood what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, after you've had sex, and then you find out that you're HIV positive, but he'll go to jail. Absolutely, it's against the law. But you're already infected. Probably.
But no, I just couldn't. And that even.
So you just automatically knew you weren't gonna use a condom. So you a whore.
No. I always use a condom. No.
Because
No.
I just gonna assume.
But
I'm
condoms are not
he was
100%.
gonna have- It is, but you're like he was sexting you, and you was gonna go over there and tell him no, we can't, whatever. But he might have wanted to have sex with you protected, so he probably felt he didn't have to tell you.
And that's the
But you
craziest
just,
thing. That's
I think
the
you knew you was gonna wrong, but go ahead.
No.
Go ahead.
No. You know what, Onika, I'm like 45, and I have multiple partners in my life, and yes, I love me some condoms.
Really? I don't.
Yes. I mean,
You don't need them.
I don't.
Oh, yeah, you married.
Right, yeah.
You don't need them.
But yeah, no.
Yeah.
But we weren't always married.
Yeah.
And
Well,
we
that's how you had
never-
the
yeah,
kids.
right. I
Okay.
think we usually
No.
like the first 6 months, and after that, wrong.
Yeah.
It's skin to skin.
Yeah. I mean, that would be nice. I just don't. I can't.
Really?
I can't.
It feels different to me.
See,
It is different.
Here's the
It
thing,
is,
too.
right? Okay, so that's not a mind
It
thing.
is. No.
Yeah.
Okay, it's
It
different.
does feel different,
Right,
yeah.
it
Yeah.
feels
Yeah.
better.
Here's the thing.
I'm thinking about it right
Oh my God.
Cut the camera. I'm thinking about it right now. Let me call my husband.
It is. Yeah. You're too much, girl. Too much. But the thing is, oh my God, you're too much. But the thing is, I think. See, you were born in what, 85?
84.
84. Okay. So Kim and I went through the era when AIDS and HIV was like really bad, and
From the
You know,
beginning.
my
From
brother
the
died of
beginning.
AIDS.
No, I did not know
Oh,
that.
yeah, that's
Right.
I didn't know
That's
that.
right.
Yeah, my
I didn't
brother
know
did. He was
Yeah.
only 24.
Did not know
He was
that.
only 24.
Yes.
Damn.
Didn't know that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
I did.
Nick. I didn't know that.
And the thing is, so we went through that era where
Right.
we saw people dying and getting sick, and the lesions on their skin, and
Right.
being super thin and all
Right.
that. A lot of the younger generation don't get it. Like right now, I am so, not that I'm against it. Do whatever you feel is best, but they have the PrEP, the Truvada out there, which now all of a sudden I think I saw that there's a class action lawsuit against Truvada because of the kidney functions or something.
Yeah,
is
it can
doing
hurt
to
your
the
kidneys. It can hurt them.
Yeah, but the thing is, a lot of young people feel like I can take a pill and I'm good.
Right.
I'm good. All I need is a pill. And even with that Gemvoya is an HIV pill that is taken once a day. You have to take it at the same time every day, and you can't miss it in order to become have a lower viral load,
Right.
or it becomes undetectable. But still, the thing is, who wants to take a pill that has several different side effects?
That can kill you.
Right.
Exactly.
That can kill you.
And that's part of the reason why I went to eating mostly a vegan diet, because I realized that a lot of the foods or the meats they're feeding, the pharmaceutical companies are feeding the animals or giving the farmers hormones and chemicals to grow faster, and then giving the public medicine to combat the diseases that you're getting from the animals.
Right.
And that's my thing. It's a lot of side effects in
You just turned a lot of people vegan.
Well, maybe not. Some people, you know what? The thing is, there's a lot of we're conditioned to believe that meat is the best source of protein because of the propaganda, that the government actually push out, because the government actually subsidizes the farmers who raise the meat and stuff like that.
Yes. I know that.
And also some of the vegetation, like the organic foods, they don't really subsidize that, and that's why it is a little bit higher in price. But we'll talk about that some other time. But I want to, it's a lot of stuff. If you just take the time to research it, you'll see that this is the problem with the coronavirus and H1N1.
It is.
swine
It's
flu,
involved in it
it
too.
comes from animals. It's not coming from
Yeah.
anything else. And it comes from the animal to the human, and then we spread it around. We're like an incubator, actually, just waiting for disease to come and grow.
I agree with that.
That's the thing. It's a fact. It is. It really is. And that's one of the reasons why I went to, going to eat vegan. Every now and then I have some cheese, and last night I had some cake, which, I have butter and and eggs. But I try not to because I do want to live a healthy life. I'm a big boy. Let's just put it out there. I'm a big boy, but I'm trying.
Right.
But I want to live my life as long as I can, and while I'm living as long as I can, I want to be somewhat healthy. I don't want to have diabetes. I don't want to have bad joints. I don't want to have a collapsed lung or what have you because of what I put inside of my body. And
But why you only looking at me?
oh, girl, I'm sorry. No, I ain't mean nothing by it.
I don't want to have diabetes.
So he should be looking over here at me.
He should be giving it equally. He just staring
okay,
at me. I don't want to have diabetes.
You know what?
I don't want to be fat. I don't want to be.
I didn't
obese.
say that,
I don't
girl.
wanna be running out of breath coming up the stairs.
You know what I was looking at.
I did not say that.
You look at me and him. You was like,
I was looking at this. You know why?
Girl, I didn't mean it that way. No.
He was throwing shade.
No,
I do not have diabetes.
No,
I do
no,
not have
no.
high blood pressure. I do not take any medication. I'm just fat.
No, girl, I'm fat too.
But see me next year.
Oh, yes, you got that tea. Okay. But back to the topic. Go ahead.
So
Back
I'm
to
about to be snatched.
yes, we both gonna be snatched.
Right.
And speaking of health, black people again, we don't take care of ourselves like we should.
Don't. We love food.
The funny thing is, so I didn't want to say anything because I'm hoping that, I know I'm gonna continue with it. I did sign up with a personal trainer this week, and
You can't sleep with them.
No.
Okay.
Many do though.
Yes,
Ask
that's why I
Madonna.
said that.
Ask
God,
Madonna.
that's Madonna.
Her first kid was by a personal trainer.
Yeah. I did sign up with a personal trainer. Sign up with him for the next 3 months.
Okay.
So we're hoping to get some really good results. But the one thing I noticed about him, he's African American, he's black, and he's very conscious. And one of the things I noticed is that he has more female clients than male clients. And I'm like, that's interesting. And then this morning, my aunt sent over something from Facebook where this guy is training these girls in this group exercise, which was really cute. But the whole class was full of females. I'm like, well, where are the men? Are we not trying to be fit? Why is it that women are doing their damnedest to stay as fit as possible, but men walk around with these big ass bellies and don't even care? You know what I mean?
Not all of them do that though.
Not all. Not all. There are some out there that are truly into fitness and trying to stay in shape and move a little bit. But I'm just like, that's kind of interesting. As far as like black men and all of the clients in this class, they were all women, and the trainer that I have, it's a bunch of women, like barely any men. I don't know if he intimidates them because he does have a nice body. I'm not gonna lie, but you know what? We need you need a fitness regimen to stay healthy. It's good for not only your body but for your brain as well. So,
black men don't go to the doctor. As long as they woman straight, they feel like they straight.
Yeah,
they don't gotta go to the doctor.
We need to see professional help with our health, our mental health as well. So those things are important. But anyway, back to my celibacy too. So after that situation did happen about 2 years ago, I was like, definitely not doing anything. And I was like, I'm gonna pray to God. God's gonna send me the right man. But this weekend, I'm about to get a little bit freaky. I'm not even gonna lie. And it's funny because when I sent the video out, I had a
porn video?
No.
We were talking about celibacy. You say you get your groove back.
No porn here, I don't think. But no, it was just our video of the podcast. I sent it out through Messenger on Facebook, and a couple of old friends contacted me.
And you let them know you had a package from Miss Kiki. And you're ready. You are ready to ready to go.
I didn't tell them that. I just let them know I will be in Fort Lauderdale for this weekend. Fort Lauderdale, Miami this weekend. And I have a couple of gentlemen callers that I might spend some adult time with. Yes. And we'll see what happens.
So you're going to end your celibacy this weekend.
I hope the hell I do.
So you coming in next week a new man?
Possibly. Possibly.
Okay. How's
Anyway.
the time?
Oh, you know what? I forgot to set the timer. We have 4 minutes. Oh,
Kim?
Yes.
sorry.
No,
Right.
I'm saying you asked
Right.
about what you feel like in relationship. What's important?
I have my own thing.
Oh,
We'll
okay.
talk about it because we're running out of time.
Right.
I just want to thank God. Before we get out of here, I want to thank God because I think God moves people that people least expect. And I feel on this particular show, not mentioning the others, but the others do count as well. I want to thank God for us being able to put us together and that we can elevate and educate people and get people to think about other things other than what they're constantly brainwashed with. Secondly, I'm just glad to be alive too. And thirdly, eventually that second person that I've been looking for many, many plus years will come. And if that person don't come, I'm still going to be okay. I'm still going to be all right because God made it so, and God will make it so. I posted this past week on it. I posted that past week on it. It said, I posted a quote, God will make a way out of no way. And the reason I posted that, it's not about the likes, but I did get a lot of likes on it. But I'm gonna just tell you this: I knew that as a kid because God has showed that in my own life. I'm a firm believer in God. I'm not gonna beat down nobody's church because you don't need a church to talk to God. Ask Moses. I'm done. I'm just glad to be here. This is a good thing.
Yes.
That's it. That's all I got.
Oh, okay. Darius, you always end us with a quote. Ready, look at him, ready, folded the head. He can't wait. He can't wait.
No. I was just
Can't
listening.
wait.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Thank you for Hey, and first of all, I would like to thank everyone who has been watching. Watched the first 2 episodes.
Yes, shout out to our listeners.
Yes, we really
and viewers.
Viewers, yes.
Yes, we really do appreciate
Kim,
that.
did you watch the show? Did you watch the show last
Again,
week?
I don't have to. I don't want to run out of time, though.
Yeah.
I don't have to. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I don't have to. When God is for you and God gives you the green light to go through the green arrow, you don't need. You don't need. No offense. I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings. Don't take much from me.
Right.
You don't need the validation. If God is for it and God makes it happen and gives you the green light, the green arrows like on America Trade.
So what
give
you
the
trying
green
to say?
light,
You about to blow
I'm
up?
just telling you. You know what? Not me. All of us.
Yes.
Because when you do God work, God watches over you.
yes.
I think you're
You
doing
say
all
in
right.
my hand.
You know why? Because
Coronavirus.
coronavirus.
You
There you go. You
damn
damn right. I don't know your damn hand been. I don't know you be playing with them damn sex toys and shit. I don't know your fucking your hands been. Don't know. Look here. You wait a minute. I'm gonna pull my damn bleach out and wash my damn hands right damn now with it. Yeah, I don't want to run out of time though. I'm sorry, y'all.
All right.
Bye.
Okay. All right. So listen closely. The only time it's too late to change yourself is when you're dead. Until then, you're simply making excuses or lying to yourself. That's one. And then the second one I like to read is growth is painful, change is painful, but nothing is as painful as staying stuck somewhere you don't belong.
Amen.
All right.
I certainly agree.
Good night. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Yeah,
Good night. Thank y'all.
All right. Good night.